Hey guys, so tonight I finally can film this video. I feel like I've been collecting these products for like 2 or 3 months already, and now I can finally say I can film this for you. So tonight I'm going to be doing a products I've used up video. I put them all in this huge Sephora bag, and I've been collecting products for a while now. Some of them I am still using, but they're pretty much almost empty that I decided to include them too, but I have so many products in here that it's definitely enough to film a video with. So we're just going to jump right in. So the first thing on top is the NYX Lip Primer. I'm pretty much almost done with this. I have like just a tiny bit left, but as you can see, it's like not even that much that I can work with anymore. So this is pretty much donezo. I have been using it to use it up, and I do like it, but I prefer my Urban Decay one more. But this one is still pretty good. I did enjoy using this a lot. It's a nice cheap lip primer. I really did like that it was pretty cheap. The next thing is the MAC Facial Cleanser, the Marine Bright Formula Cleanser. I actually don't use this anymore. There's only like a tiny bit left on the bottom, but that's how much I used of it. This used to be the skincare that I used, and I did mention this in another products I've used up video before this. Like I did film a products I've used up video like a few months ago, and now I'm saying that I don't use this anymore. I've switched all of my skincare over to Lush, which I do have a few Lush products in here as well. But this one I was pretty much down to the end of it before I even started using Lush, so this has just been sitting in my bathroom waiting to film this video. But yeah, I did use up another of the MAC Facial Cleansers. Then the next thing is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Skin Smoothing Face Primer. I probably have like a pea-sized amount left in here, but it's pretty much almost done. I feel like that's what's left in here, but I don't think so. I think it's just whatever's like the bulk here. But I'm like squeezing the life out of it, so it pretty much is done. This has been the primer that I've been using every single day, along with the Smashbox Primer Water. And speaking of the Smashbox Primer Water, I did finally use up one bottle of that. As you can see, this one is completely empty. This was definitely my favorite primer that I've used like this year. It's so good, and I finally got through it. I think I had purchased this like sometime in April or March, and I also found that this one was like kind of like to here, so I ended up using both of these up around the same time. I ended up using this up like yesterday, and this I ended up using up like today. But this has been my primer combo for such a long time because I was trying to use up both of these products. And I love both of them. This primer is so good. It really does make you poreless. It's like one of the best primers out there. I love Too Faced primers. And then this one, I actually did go out and repurchase another one already, and I actually just started the new bottle today, but this is great as well. I'm definitely happy I used that up too. So the next thing is a Lush product. I just used this up this morning. This is the Lush Face and Body Cleanser in the Angels on Bare Skin Facial Cleanser. As you can see, it's completely empty. I went through this pretty fast. I think I only had this about, excuse me, I just had a whiff of lavender from it. I had this for about, I guess I bought it on August 13th because that's what it says right here. So I think I had this almost 2 months actually. So that's a pretty long time. My boyfriend did give me some of his because we actually both ended up purchasing these together, I know. But we both needed new skincare, so I convinced him to try out some Lush products too, so we both bought the same exact one. But he said it's not doing as good for his skin as it does for me. I love this stuff. It is so amazing. And it feels so good when you put it on. You definitely feel like it's giving you like a deep cleansing when you use it. I switched from the Dark Angels face cleanser to this because I thought that was a little bit too strong for every single day. So this is really great for every day. So he did give me the rest of his, which is only like this much left. So after I use that up, I'm going to have to go repurchase another one because I can't wash my face without that now. Then the next thing in here is something that's pretty much down to the bottom, but I haven't used it in a while because I've been so obsessed with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. But I do have two Urban Decay setting sprays in here. This one I'm pretty much going to use for the rest of the winter time. I probably will stick this in a products I've used up video by the time I actually do use it up. But I love both of these, and this is the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. This one is completely empty. And I already did go and repurchase my second one, and I've been using that, and I'm not going to be using it after October because I don't really want a chilling sensation on my face during like the winter months because it's going to be too cold then. But this is so amazing. These are amazing setting sprays, and this one is pretty much like down to here. Like I know it's like almost empty, so I don't regret that these are $30 a piece. They are so worth it because I use it every single day. This is like one of my holy grail face products, like makeup products. I cannot do my makeup without this. I have to put this on every single day. I can't believe how much of a difference setting sprays make in doing your makeup, and these are the only ones I buy. Besides the Smashbox, but I like the Smashbox for priming, and I love these for setting my makeup. Like, it's crazy how long a setting spray prolongs the wear of your makeup. Just, it makes the hugest difference. Like, you have no idea how much of a difference it makes. So I used up those. And then the next thing is the Dior Air Flash Spray Foundation. I pretty much feel like this is super light now. There is still some product left in here, and I'm pretty sure that I did mention this in my last products I've used up video. But I'm thinking by the time I end up doing another products I've used up video, this is probably going to be donezo. But it is super light. I am going to be using this tomorrow, but I feel like it's harder for me to spray it out of the can now, so it's pretty much almost done. I can't believe how fast I went through this. I was obsessed with it for like 2 months. It was the only foundation I was wearing. Because all I had was like a Revlon foundation, and then I got the Giorgio Armani, and then I fell in love with the Giorgio Armani. But honestly, this and that, speaking of the Giorgio Armani, I think that I am running out of this too, so I am including it in this video. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. It doesn't come out of the pump anymore. It comes out of the pump, but like I have to pump it really hard, and then I have to unscrew it and then pour it out. So, and I'm actually looking and I'm seeing that it's like down to here. So I'm kind of really upset about that because I did purchase this one in like February, and this one I got in April. But obviously this one has a lot more product in it. This one has 1 fluid ounce in it, and this one has, I believe, 2.3 fluid ounces. They're both the same price range. They're both very expensive foundations, but they're so amazing that they're worth every single penny. I love these. These are my 2 holy grail foundations. They're just so good. I'm actually wearing the Too Faced Born This Way foundation today, which I also have been friggin' loving lately. Like, I literally love all the foundations I have, and I only have 4. They all do different functions. They all function differently. That's what I meant to say. They all serve a different purpose. Like, this is beautiful when you just want something really natural and want to look super glowy. Like, this is literally such a perfect foundation. It literally gives you a silk finish. Like, it's beautiful. And then this one gives you that beautiful airbrush effect without looking matte. And it's a little bit dewier than the Born This Way foundation. The Born This Way is definitely the most matte foundation I have, but it's like natural, like a natural finish. So, but I'm super upset if I have to go out and purchase this because this is a pretty penny. This is very expensive, but it's worth it because I absolutely love this foundation. But if I actually do have to go out and repurchase this, which I will, because actually I'd rather repurchase this one than this one because this is my everyday foundation basically. I'm not going to drop like that much money on 2 foundations that I don't need both of them. I only need 1. Maybe I'll repurchase this like next year or something, but I might wait until the Vibe sale to repurchase one of these. But I really want to get the YSL foundation. I've been waiting to get that like all year waiting for the Vibe sale to roll around again so I can get that, and that one is the same cost of these. But if I do repurchase this, I need to get I might have to get a different shade because I do really love this shade, but I just feel like it's a little bit dark sometimes. But other than that, these foundations are absolutely perfect. So enough rambling about those. Then the next thing is definitely something I used up pretty quickly. These are the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in N10. I am actually still using this bottle, but I think I might give this up because I did actually go out and repurchase another one already. But it's not coming out of the dropper anymore. Like, that's already been going on for like weeks now. So I've been having to just like wipe it on my hand like this, but I don't like doing that because like from the excess of the applicator. But I don't like doing that because then it doesn't distribute the product evenly and it doesn't give you the drops that you need. Like, you're only supposed to have like less than 2 drops in your foundation. But I end up like swiping a couple drops on there. I mean, that's probably what it would disperse anyway, but the only thing is that I hate the packaging on this because like it oozes out like every time when you try to close it. I did describe this in the products I regret video, so I don't have to go too much into it. But I just feel like that makes you end up using up the product so much faster, and this is expensive. This is like $15 less than those foundations, and this is something I'm going to go out and constantly repurchase because I absolutely love doing my makeup with this, and also because it like adjusts the shade to the right shade of like your neck and like your skin tone. So that's why I use it every single day, is for the shade adjustment to be like the same color as my skin. That's what is amazing about this, is that it provides like a shade change. So you don't have to really worry about like what shades you get anymore. I mean, like obviously you're going to color match yourself, but if you like have a foundation that is your color, but it's like a little bit too yellow or it's a tad bit dark, if you mix this in, it'll match you to your exact skin tone. So that's why I love using it every single day. But it is expensive, but it's so worth it. These are freaking amazing. So I did actually go out and already repurchase a second bottle of this. I just haven't used it yet because I'm still using that one, but it's pretty much to the bottom. Then I also have the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill Excess Mascara. I'm pretty sure that this is pretty much done. I can't read if this says, sorry, if this says 4 months on the bottom or 6 months. It's such small print. But I do know I purchased this sometime in April or May, and it's about October now, so I'm thinking that's like 6 months already. Yeah, it's like 6 months. But I didn't want to get rid of it yet because it's such an expensive mascara. I mean, it's $30. But I used this every single day. Like, every day. Like, this is so good. It's amazing. It's definitely worth every single penny. I definitely love that mascara. Then I have a few makeup packs for you. I used up 2 of the Neutrogena Makeup Remover Cleansing Towelettes. These are my favorite makeup remover wipes now because they're so wet that they get off everything and they're so hydrating. These are the doesn't it say hydrating cleansing cloths? I'm pretty sure these are like the moisturizing, hydrating towelettes. I got these because of Nicole Guerriero, a very famous YouTuber, and I think I had this in my last products I've used up video. But I really don't like using any other wipes anymore. I don't even touch my e.l.f. wipes anymore. These are so much better, and they're so hydrating and feel so good after you take off your makeup. So I love those. And then I also did use up these Ole Henriksen, the Clean Truth Cleansing Cloths, Brightening Vitamin C Cloths. These are actually really, really good too, and vitamin C is really good for your skin. I used this up in like 2 days. I was using this before I got the Neutrogena. I did get these in an Ipsy Glam bag, and this is actually like one of the first products I've used up from an Ipsy Glam bag. And I really, really did like these. These were really good. But the Neutrogena ones are still better. Then I also do have a list of other products that I did use up that my mom actually ended up throwing out the bag because she likes going in my drawers and throwing out things sometimes. No offense, but She does like see that I do have makeup garbage in my drawer and then she throws it away. So she didn't know what it was for, so she threw it away. But I am going to mention those products as well. So the next thing is the Lush Dream Wash Shower Smoothie. I did use this up pretty fast. This has already been sitting in my drawer for like almost a week now. And as you can see, it's to the bottom. But I'm going to be saving all of these Lush pots because if you bring back 5 of these like pots, you get a free facial mask. So I did like this. It wasn't my complete favorite. I'm not going to go run out and buy more. I did like it, but I do want to try something different to see if like something else is going to help my skin like not dry out as much. I do have eczema, so it's very hard for me to find a good body wash. I still end up sticking with the Dove soap because that seems to be the best for my skin. My boyfriend did actually just give me his Happy Hippie shower gel because he did buy that himself, but he didn't like it that much, so he gave it to me to try. And I've been liking it so far. It is really nice. So I used up the Dream Wash. God, my friggin' desk is getting full now of products already. Then the next things are 2 of the Beauty Blender blender cleansers, the Solid Beauty Blender cleansers. These are the best soaps for your Beauty Blender cleanser. They really are. They get your cleanser so clean. They make it look brand new. It's definitely like so good, but they're just expensive. Like it's really annoying to go out and purchase a soap for $16 every time you run out of it. So I actually ended up purchasing the liquid version of the blender cleanser that's only $2 more, so I'm not going to be purchasing the soaps anymore because basically 2 of these is the cost of 1 beauty blender. Like the beauty blender, obviously I'm going to be using for like 2 or 3 years, and that's like an investment that's worth the investment because I'm using it for such a long time. But these I'm going to use up within a couple of months that I'm not going to go out and buy them again if I can just use the liquid one that's going to last me a lot longer. But I still friggin' love these. Then the next thing is a face mask from Lush. I did also use up the Love Lettuce one, but that one's still in my refrigerator, but I don't like that one anyway. So I am going to dump that after this video, but I just forgot to. But these only last for 3 weeks, so it's not like I technically really use up these products, so you're not really missing much. I mean, it's just a tin that looks exactly like this. This is the OdaFix Fresh Face Mask, and I really liked this one. This one was really good. You do have to dump these again after 3 weeks. I didn't exactly use up the entire thing, but again, I'm going to be keeping this to get the free facial mask, but I did really like this one. I didn't really like the Love Lettuce one that much really at all. I felt like it was just very rough, and then I feel like it kind of broke me out a little bit, so I'm not using that one anymore. So it's just sitting in my refrigerator, but this one was really good. I can't wait to go out and get like a new face mask and try a new one. Then the next thing is the Lush Io Roma Water Toner Water. I used this up really fast. This is the medium-sized version. I already ran out and bought a new one of these. This I was using when I was still using MAC Skincare because I wasn't able to purchase the Lush Skincare just yet. I didn't have enough money for it yet. But then I switched everything over to Lush, but this is what I was incorporating into my skincare routine when I was still using the MAC Face Cleanser and the MAC Moisturizer, which I love both of those, but I think that this toner is so much better than the MAC one. Like, every time I would go to MAC, they were like, oh, the toner's like the best thing ever, like blah blah blah, and I was like, I don't really see like the big deal about it, but this is like revolutionary. I'm not even being sarcastic. I got this because of Young, Wild, and Polished, and Manny MUA like raved about this. Like Young, Wild, and Polished said that this got rid of all of her breakouts and that she had not broken out in months. So I really wanted to try it because of that. And it's not like I haven't broken out, but they're literally so minuscule now that if I even do get a breakout and I use this and it develops like a little bit, it'll literally go away like 2 days after you use this like twice a day. So that's why I love this so much. So that's definitely, I definitely went out and repurchased that. Then the next thing is the Ulta Oil-Free Eye Makeup Remover. I actually really did like this. I thought this was a pretty good eye makeup remover. And also it's super cheap. It's only $4.50. It does sting your eyes a little bit, nothing too major, but it does really remove the eye makeup pretty well. Obviously, I use the makeup wipes to remove everything, including my eye makeup. I really only use this when I like clean up my under eye or like clean up anything that I need to on my eyes, like if I mess up eyeliner or something like that. But this is pretty good, and I got this for half price because it's an Ulta brand, so that's pretty good. Then the next thing is definitely something I used up pretty quickly, and it's like the best concealer in the entire universe. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the color Light Warm. I did go through my first bottle of this, and I, of course, ran out and bought a new one because I can't live without this concealer. But this one is pretty much done. I did pretty much suck the life out of it until it was basically done. As you can see, there's like a bunch left on the side, but you literally can't like scrape it out anymore. But I can see it's pretty much to the bottom. This is definitely my concealer that I use every single day. Again, one of my holy grail face products. Like, if I don't know what concealer to use, because I only have the Maybelline Fit Me and the MAC Pro Longwear in this now, and I think the NARS might be pretty much dried out by now, but it's not like used up yet, so I didn't include it. But this I definitely use basically on a daily basis. This is definitely my favorite skin concealer ever. Then the next thing is something that I should have included in the last products I've used up video, but I forgot. This is the Elizabeth Mott You're So Fine Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. I know that this was in my Ipsy Glam bag in like Christmas of last year. I did use this quite a bit. This sorry, I keep on dying. I did use this quite a lot. This was definitely one of my favorite liquid eyeliners until I discovered the Kat Von D, and then that's all I use. But this was really good. I really liked this. This was like a black glittery eyeliner. It wasn't completely matte, but it was really pretty around the holidays, so I definitely enjoyed that. Then the next thing is the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. Again, I should have probably included this in like my last products I've used up video. I'm not sure if I had gotten it like before that or after, but this is definitely past 3 months already. I've definitely had this for like 5 or 6 months, and it was pretty good. But the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash is the best bottom lash mascara ever. That's all I use now, and that's the only one I'm going to repurchase. This one was good, but I wouldn't go out and repurchase this again because I'm in love with the MAC Giga Black Lash. And then the last couple of things that are recent use-ups, and then I'm just going to show you a couple of eyeshadows that I've actually hit pan on, which, oh my god, that doesn't really happen often for me. So these are just a couple of samples from Lush that I used up. I used 2 of the Lush Vanishing Creams up. The reason why I had samples, I mean, obviously I wanted to try samples of a lot of the face products before I actually switched to them, and then I ended up falling in love with like all of them. The reason why I got so many samples of these is because my Ulta was out of the Vanishing Cream for like such a long time, for like 3 or 4 weeks. And when I finally had the money for it, like I kept on calling them, asking them if they got it in, and they kept on saying that they didn't have it in because they were waiting for a shipment, and I was like, this is so annoying, like. So I finally just ended up purchasing it at the Roosevelt Field one, and then of course after I ended up purchasing it, they got in the Vanishing Cream like a few days later at my Lush. But I did use up 2 of these because I love it, so, and they kept on giving me samples of it to hold me over for them to finally get it in. And then I also used up a sample of the Full of Grace Facial Serum. This stuff is amazing. This has literally changed my skincare as well. It's just so So good. I really do not believe how much of a difference a facial serum does for your skin. So I went out and bought the full bar size of this. I definitely fell in love with that. And then I also used up the like I said before, the Dark Angels Face and Body Cleanser. This was actually pretty good too. I just thought it was a little bit too deep cleaning for everyday use. I feel like it was just like too exfoliating, but it was still pretty good. And then I'm just going to show you a couple of expired products. So the first one is this is so old. I can't believe I didn't throw this out earlier. This is the Sephora Contour Eye Pencil Waterproof 12-Hour Wear Eyeliner. This is like literally the only eyeliner I would purchase from Sephora because they're so cheap. And this was a pretty good eyeliner, but I don't really have much to say after that because I haven't used it in years. Then the next thing is the Chanel Le Crayon Lèvres Precision Lip Definer in the color 57. This is so friggin' old. I can't believe I didn't throw this out earlier. I would use this with that Chanel lipstick that I mentioned in my last products I've used up video, that color Pirate that I can't use anymore because it's way too old. This is just as old as the lipstick, so I definitely have to get rid of this. As you can see, the pencil's broken too, and then this is the other side. It's like a brush tip. Then the next thing is the MAC Margin Powder Blush. I can't believe I actually ended up owning this blush. I had no clue that I owned this blush because there's so many classic colors of MAC that everybody mentions, that everybody loves. But this is a very old blush. I'm not sure how old or when I actually got this, but it is developing a certain type of smell. It's not completely disgusting, but it does smell a little weird. So it's time for me to get rid of it. I literally cannot use this anymore. It's too old, but I did use a lot of this when I first had it. And then when I was cleaning out my makeup collection before I started filming these videos, I did have a couple of MAC blushes that I actually had hit pan on. But I did show you a couple of MAC eyeshadows that I did hit pan on the last time I shot one of these videos. But yeah, I literally can't use this anymore because it's expired. And then the last expired product, and then I'm just going to show you a couple of products that I hit pan on, is this Too Faced French and Fabulous palette. I will not get rid of this because of nostalgic reasons, but I can't use this anymore. It is way too old. I did hit pan on this shade right here. I'm not really sure if I included this in the last video I did, but I did hit pan on Poodle Puff Pink. This is such an old palette. This is like from years ago, but I used the shit out of this. Literally, this is like one of the best Too Faced palettes they've ever done, ever. They were super buttery eyeshadows. I used them so much. I actually never touched the bronzers though because I don't use bronzer. But this was an amazing, amazing palette. I definitely loved that. And then I'm going to show you two recent eyeshadows that I had hit pan on. Now, this is very, very exciting for me because I don't normally hit pan on eyeshadows ever. So the first one is the ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadow in the color Ibiza. Now, I didn't completely use this up, but as you can see, just like a tiny bit in the center that I did hit pan on the center. This was definitely like my favorite summer eyeshadow like this whole year. This color is amazing. It's like straight up pigment. I am wearing Game Face on my lid today, as you can see. Do you see how much pigment there is in these? I mean, they're amazing. So these are like the best. These are my all-time favorite eyeshadows for the lid because they're completely amazing. They don't budge. The pigment lasts all day, and they're amazing. They're so beautiful, and they're only $5. Like, come on. It's like a no-brainer. I actually thought I would end up using more of this by the time I shot this video, but then I ended up getting Makeup Geek's Pegasus, and then that was the color I was using for the rest of the summertime when I did call for like blue eyeshadow for looks. But I still used the crap out of this for most of the summertime, and I definitely love that. Then the next thing is definitely no surprise. It is the Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the color Beaches and Cream. I did already go and reorder a backup of this eyeshadow. As you can see, I pretty much have hit most of the pan in the center of it. This is my all-time favorite transition shade, and I use it for everything. Like mostly every single neutral look like this. I did use it today. I use it all the time for work, and I knew this was going to be the first shadow I've ever hit pan on that I use on a daily basis. So that is Makeup Geek's Peaches and Cream. And then the last thing is just a couple of shadows from this, excuse me, from this huge Sephora palette. And I'm just going to show it to you. Again, this is pretty old. I probably should get rid of it because I never use it anymore because there's so many eyeshadows that I use now. But I'm just going to show you a couple of the colors that I hit pan on. I'm just going to pop them out of this if I have room. I'm just going to throw some of this stuff back into the bag that I originally had. And then I'm just going to show you these colors. I'm just going to put it right here. So the first two are like a silvery eyeshadow and a black eyeshadow. I used this palette so much. Like, this is literally the only palette I had besides the Too Faced one before I started collecting makeup. But I used up this white shade and this black shade. This black shade is what I used all the time for eyeliner, and this white one is what I would use all the time for when I would wear black. Actually, it's a silver eyeshadow. My bad. This is the white eyeshadow. Then I also did use up this white eyeshadow right here. And then I also did use up, well, there's one eyeshadow I used up, but not really because it just didn't hold up. For some reason, it shattered, but I ended up using it up, is this one right here. It's like a blue eyeshadow. It's like a dark blue. And then I think there might be one more in here. No, there's not. And then this one is like I don't even remember what color this was. I think this was a white one, but this one is completely empty, if you can see that. Definitely used all of that up. So yeah, I can't believe I didn't include this in the last video, but these are like literally the only eyeshadows I hit pan on besides like the couple of MAC eyeshadows I used to use every day last year, or like a couple of years ago or something is when I ended up hitting pan on those as well. And that is it. That is it for this video. Oh my god, I got through this. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, CBW819, and my Twitter's Pokeface819. And thanks, guys. Bye. Sorry, before I go, I forgot to mention the couple of products on the list that I had that my mom threw out, so I just wanted to update you on those. I did use another one of the Neutrogena makeup wipes up, so I've went through 3 of those already. I did use up a full bottle of a Redken conditioner. It's like the Real Control in the purple bottle. It's like a full-sized bottle. I used up the entire conditioner. So I really wanted that to show you, but whatever. And then I also did use up another Lush Vanishing Cream sample, which I already showed you 2 of them, so I used 3 of those. Then I also did use up a tiny dry shampoo, travel size dry shampoo that I can't remember the brand of it, but my sister gave it to me to try out, and I really, really loved it, and I can't remember what the brand is, but I did use that up as well. Then I also did use up my Urban Decay Primer Potion, the original. I didn't actually use up the entire thing, but it did end up expiring because you can't use it after 6 months, so I had to throw it out. Because it's actually started to get a little bit oily on my lids, so I decided that I didn't want to use it anymore because I didn't want to use something that was expired on my lids. So now I have the Smashbox and the NARS, which I love probably more than the Urban Decay. I love the Urban Decay, but these ones are even better. And then the last thing on here is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I did use that up like a while ago, like 3 or 4 months ago already, but my mom ended up throwing it out accidentally. So, but I loved that mascara. That definitely was one of my favorites, but now I'm using the Stila because now I used up the Giorgio Armani, and now I'm using the Stila, and then I'll try another one after that. I have been using the Urban Decay Perversion, so I've been using samples of those, and yeah, that's it. Bye!